Puerto Vallarta is one of the easiest ports on the Mexican Riviera to enjoy, and one of the easiest to get wrong the moment you step off the ship. Your terminal is 3 miles from the part of town you came to see, and the first people you meet at the gangway are not there to help you get there cheaply. This guide walks you through how to leave the terminal cleanly, what to see once you are in Old Town, and how to get back before the ship leaves without you. Welcome to Travel Day Trip Ideas. We're about to break down what to do, what to skip, and whether to DIY or take a tour. If that helps, hit subscribe. It really helps us grow. Let's jump in. Step off the ship in Puerto Vallarta, and you are not in Old Town yet. The terminal sits in Marina Vallarta, a modern marina with 3 berths lined up side by side. All the ships dock here, and every gangway funnels you into the same small plaza. But the real sights, the Malecon, Zona Romantica, Los Muertos Beach, are 3 miles south. That is not a stroll. Walking is not just long, it is nearly impossible. The main road out of the marina has no real sidewalk, just a narrow shoulder squeezed between speeding cars and parked vans. Even on a cool day, the walk can take an hour, and the heat by late morning is no joke. You would be dodging traffic, ducking under awnings, and stepping around street vendors. Most of the way, you are exposed to sun and fumes, with nowhere to stop for shade or water. Getting to the heart of town means a ride. In light traffic, the drive from the terminal to Old Town takes about 8 to 10 minutes. But as the day goes on, that window stretches. By mid-afternoon, it is not unusual for the ride to double, sometimes hitting 20 minutes or more if there is a second ship in port. That 3-mile gap is not just about distance, it is about time, comfort, and making sure you actually get to the part of Puerto Vallarta you came to see. Every decision starts here. You need a plan for getting into town, and you need to leave walking off your list. The sooner you accept that, the smoother your day will be. The moment you clear the gangway, you will run into a wall of offers. Timeshare reps, tour sellers, and free breakfast pitches cluster right at the exit. They are friendly but persistent. The fastest way through is a simple, steady line. No gracias, no presentations today. Say it once, maybe twice if you have to, and keep walking. Do not stop, do not explain. You are not being rude, you are protecting your day. Straight ahead is your first real decision point. The official taxi kiosk stands just outside the terminal, marked with a bright sign and a posted fare chart. Here you pay the zone rate up front, by cash or card, and get a printed receipt with the taxi's number and destination. No haggling, no surprise fees. The dispatcher calls your ticket, the next cab pulls up, and you are on your way. It is quick, safe, and monitored by port staff. This is the only spot you should board a taxi from the terminal. If you are watching your pesos, the public bus stop sits across the main road. Cross at the signal, and you will see buses marked for Centro or Malecon. The ride costs a handful of coins. Just make sure you have exact change, as drivers do not make change. Buses run every 20 minutes through the day, and they are a little slower after 6. They are basic, no air conditioning, but they get you to the heart of town for a fraction of the taxi fare. Skip any van or cab waving you over away from the kiosk. They are not authorized, and prices can jump fast. The safest bet is always the official stand or the city bus. With your ride sorted, you are past the hustle and on your way toward the real Puerto Vallarta. Every shore day in Puerto Vallarta comes down to 3 real options, each with its own payoff and trade-off. The first lane is the big ticket adventure, a full-day boat trip out to the Marietas Islands, Yelapa, or even Sayulita. These trips are all in snorkeling, beach time, sometimes lunch included, but you need to book ahead, be ready for an early start, and commit most of your day. You are paying for the guarantee. The boat leaves from the marina and gets you back before the ship's all aboard call. It is the most expensive tier, but if a hidden beach or a jungle waterfall is on your list, this is the way to lock it in. The next choice is the classic do-it-yourself day. Grab a taxi at the official stand, head straight into Old Town, and make your own loop along the Malecon, through Zona Romantica or down to Los Muertos Beach. This is the flexible lane. You set the pace, choose where to eat, maybe al pastor or birria tacos on Basilio Badillo, and pay as you go. It is less money than a boat day, but you will need to watch the clock, especially if traffic builds up in the afternoon. Last is the stay local plan. Stick close to the marina, wander the shops, maybe grab a day pass at a nearby resort, and keep things easy. This is the lowest stress and the lowest reward option. You will save on travel, but you miss the real character of Puerto Vallarta. Personally, I lean toward the do-it-yourself taxi day, but whichever you pick, the rest of your time depends on this first decision. Once your taxi or bus drops you off downtown, you are right at the start of Puerto Vallarta's walkable heart. Here is the circuit that packs in the most for your time. Begin at the north end of the Malecon, the city's famous seaside promenade. It's a flat, easy stroll just over 12 blocks, with the Pacific on one side and a changing lineup of street artists, bronze sculptures, and open-air cafes on the other. Take your time. You can cover the full stretch in about 15 minutes, but most people pause for photos or a quick snack along the way. At the southern end of the Malecon, you will spot Los Arcos, the iconic stone arches facing the bay. From here, it is a short walk to Los Muertos Pier, about 10 minutes south along the beach. The pier is a local landmark with its sail-shaped lookout and fishing pongas coming and going all day. If you want to dip your toes in the sand, this is the spot. Looping back, you will pass through Zona Romantica. This is the place for food lovers. Side streets like Basilio Badillo are lined with taquerias and taco carts. Al pastor, birria, and Baja-style fish tacos are easy to find, with prices that make it simple to try a bit of everything. A full loop, with time for photos, a snack, and a little people watching, fits comfortably into a 2-hour window. That's the real payoff of doing it yourself. You set the pace, you pick the stops, and you see the best of Puerto Vallarta up close. Head a couple blocks inland from the Malecon, and you'll find the real flavor of Puerto Vallarta. Basilio Badillo is the move, no ocean view, but every step brings you closer to what people actually eat here. The taco stands and tiny taquerias don't need to wave menus from the street. They're busy because the food is good and the prices make sense. Al pastor tacos come off the spit, juicy and smoky, for a few dollars each. Birria, slow-cooked beef or goat, gets tucked into tortillas and dunked in rich consomme, a local favorite especially at lunch. Baja-style fish tacos are crisp, fresh, and usually topped with house-made slaw and salsa. Here you can eat well for half what you'd pay on the beach. A small plate and a cold drink won't break the bank, and you're surrounded by locals on their lunch break. This is the spot where you can try a little of everything, keep your day flexible, and still have money left for one more round or a sweet treat on the way back. The best meal is almost never right on the water. 3 mistakes can quietly ruin your day in Puerto Vallarta. First, saying yes to a free tour at the terminal. That offer locks you into a 2-hour sales pitch and eats up your morning before you ever see Old Town. Second, grabbing lunch on the Malecon beachfront. The ocean view is tempting, but prices run double what you would pay 2 blocks inland for al pastor, birria, or Baja-style fish tacos on Basilio Badillo. Third, trusting that traffic will be light on your way back to the marina. Afternoon backups can turn a quick ride into a 40-minute crawl, putting your all aboard at risk. Dodge these and you are set for a smooth day. 2 triggers tell you when to skip the do-it-yourself plan and book a real tour. The first is when you want to see the Marietas Islands, Yelapa, or any place that requires a boat and a permit. Those trips only work with a pre-booked operator that departs from the marina, and you get a guaranteed return before the ship sails. If the weather turns or the schedule shifts, the tour company handles it. The second trigger is when you want to squeeze in a true bucket list day. Something big like zip lining, whale watching, or a Sayulita surf trip. If you try to piece that together on your own, you risk missing the ship. For anything that cannot flex with traffic or time, a structured tour is the safer choice. Leave Old Town by 3:15 p.m. at the latest and build in at least a 45 to 60-minute buffer for your ride back, more if there are two ships in port. Taxi lines double after 4 p.m. and traffic can turn a quick trip into a crawl. For tours that guarantee a safe return, check shoretripfinder.com/Puerto Vallarta. However you spend your day, your time is yours. Plan smart and enjoy it. Safe travels. Thanks for watching. If you want a little help making the day smoother, we've linked our recommended local tours in the description below. And the next cruise port guide is on screen. Click that and let's plan your next stop.